Yo, what up, everyone? My name is Woes, welcome to the channel. Starting day 20 of No Rest November, a 30-day money-making challenge on these food delivery apps, UberEats and DoorDash. And soon caviar, not caviar, Grubhub, that's in the works. I don't know if that's any good in LA, but it's always nice to have another app. But yeah, it's what is this? Yeah, day 20 of No Rest November. I got 11 days left on this challenge. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's 11 days, counting today. I've made around 6,100. I did the math yesterday and change. That's including prop money. So I need 3,900 left. If you divide that by 11 days, oh shit, that's $354 a day. So I am behind. It's all good though. Yesterday I made 350. I made 400 yesterday, which was solid. I had a delivery at the end of that day that was 18 items from Holy Basil, which is a really good restaurant. I ended up paying out $25 instead of the 17, so it was a little extra. I thought it was gonna be more because it's such a big order. I did get a big order yesterday of with a $41 tip. It was originally $11, and then it ended up being $44. That was a banger. I knew it. I had a hinge that I was like, this thing's gonna pay out more. It can't be just $11. It's too much of a big order. It's a nice restaurant. It's going to a nice area. I think these people will tip at least 15%, and it did. So yeah, it's a Thursday today. It's gonna rain. I got my rain gear on. I probably look silly right now, but later it's gonna rain. I don't want to just start throwing on my gear in the middle of my shift. I've done that before, but let's just do it now. I have it opened up because I let some airflow. It does get hot, so when it starts raining, I'm just gonna zip this bad boy up. It's gonna start raining around noon, and it's not gonna stop apparently. But let me see. I took a picture of my board. It shows exactly how much I have. 6,133. Without prop money, I have 5,891. So I just gotta keep hitting my goal every day. I might be short, bro. It's only gonna be a few $100s, which that's okay. But I'll try everything I could to try to hit the actual 10K. If I have solid $400 days, I'll definitely do it. But $400 a day is pretty tough. It's definitely doable. I know I could do it. I just gotta stay here extended hours, and it's tough. It's mentally exhausting to be out here, and I barely have enough time. When I get home, I barely have enough time to do anything. But anyway, I'll talk about all that in this video, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Let's get this money. This light takes forever. Well, I was waiting for my last order last night at Holy Basil. I was talking to this Korean dude, barely spoke any English. But he helped me out because I ripped one of my bags open and everything flew out. One of the soups I had to get redone, and I had the white rice was completely totaled. It spilled out. So I bagged it. They had to rebag it. Anyway, I was talking to him. We're talking about, he's like, oh, you do it on a motorcycle? I'm like, yeah. He's like, no tickets. And I'm like, yeah, I get tickets. I get parking tickets. Not immune to it, but it's a lot more rare than a car, for sure. He told me he's gotten two red light tickets. So one was $500, and the other one was he said he hired a lawyer. So he paid over $1,000. Why would he pay a higher lawyer? I think it's to keep the point off your record. To not, because if you have certain points, you could lose your license. Like if you accumulate certain points, I think it's 3 or 4, I forgot, but I have gotten that letter in the mail by California that said you are amongst California's worst drivers that could cause most accidents and deaths. Literally a letter from California telling me that shit. And I think once then your insurance premiums go up, and I think you can probably even get deactivated from some of these apps. They'll be like, bro, you're too dangerous. So they'll like, just come on, bruh. What bank? My business account. Alright. But yeah, I'm like, damn, bro, these tickets are like expensive, but it's good to be able to get a reminder that if you fuck around and get caught up, these tickets are expensive. So it's a nice little reminder to follow the law. Right? I'm on camera, so that's what I'm gonna say. Don't be dumb. Stay vigilant, right? Yeah, let me just fill up, guys. Oh, nice. I'm able to see catering offers now. So I got an email, like, I don't know, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I don't know, by DoorDash saying that I've been invited to the catering program. Now you guys might wonder, well, aren't you already getting catering orders? Yes, I do, but that's just if they're available. You'll get one, and if your ratings are good and all that, and amongst other things, they'll send it to you. But this way, you can schedule them. Like once you join the catering program, you have to get an invitation by DoorDash. You accept it. I accept it, but you needed an iOS. Basically, you needed an iPhone. I lied and said I had an iPhone, and I wasn't able to see it because it doesn't work on Androids. That feature doesn't work, but I think now it does. Now it works on Android because I finally saw. You go to schedule, you go to offers. Oh shit, you can't see it anymore. Someone took it? I guess someone might have took it. It wasn't even a good one. $35 to go all from here all the way to like Beverly Hills. But I did screenshot it so I can take a look at it. I'm glad I did. Check this out. So $3 setup fee, $35, guaranteed including tips. 106 items? Damn, bro. That doesn't even have the little plus sign. So this sucks. This is a bad order. 30. No wonder it was the last one available. I'm sure all the good ones get taken immediately. And if I'm going to be competing with people who literally that's all they do, just catering orders, and they sit there and wait when I'm out here, like just doing orders, it's going to be very hard to get a very good order. And for these type of orders, I feel like I will have to go get my car. Because they did ask you what kind of vehicle you have. I'm like, oh, yeah. I got a Honda Element. All right. But, obviously I'm on my bike right now. If I get one of these orders, I'm going to have to go home, swap out the vehicles, and do the orders. But now the big thing is that I can see it on my Android. Now I'll be able to kind of measure the type of offerings that they send out. I mean, if it's worth it, if it's like 250 and up, I'll go home, get my car, and do this catering order. It's scheduled, so you'll know what time you have to do it. So there's a lot of variables here, but I'll be able to talk more about that now that I'm actually in the catering program, and I'm able to see the offers on my phone. I almost bought an iPhone. I'm so glad I didn't. Because F iPhones, I just do not like their user interface. I don't like how they make me feel like they think I'm dumb because everything is just oversimplified. And then a lot of the what's the word? I've thought about this before. Oh man, but basically when you make things very simple, you simplify it so anyone can use something, you take away a lot of the use the functionalities. Because when you oversimplify it, think about a Super Nintendo remote where it's just the up, down, left, right, and then an A and a B button, start, select. That's an oversimplified version of a remote. Anyone can use that, right? And when you think of a more complex remote, like let's say a PS5 remote, or what's out there, what PlayStation's out there, it's got more buttons, you know, a couple joysticks, a D-pad on the side, it's got like 4 buttons on the right, three triggers, but you can do more with that. It just takes a little longer to get used to. I feel like iPhones have always been all about simplicity, right? They want to sell to the masses. So it's an oversimplified phone, and I never liked that interface because there's a lot of things I couldn't do with the iPhones. And this is when I worked at a cell phone store. I don't know how it is now. And also just anything that's tied with Apple is just very expensive, and they don't really allow third parties to create their own products that are compatible with. There's just so many blockages that Apple does so they can keep the business with themselves. That's why they're the richest company in the world. I just am not about that. I don't like to be caged in, locked in. It's funny, ironically, like that's what people used to do with their iPhones before. They used to jailbreak them, right? Because they felt imprisoned with these phones. You can't do shit with them. Oh yeah, let me turn these apps on, by the way. I'm over here talking, not making no money. All right, I got Uber Eats on. Let's turn on DoorDash. I'm at 70% accepted, so I gotta accept it. So I'm glad I just didn't get an iPhone. I almost did just for this. I'm glad I just waited, and now I'm able to do it on Android. Because she did tell me, the lady actually calls you. All right, what's up? You ready for this? This is what you need. Do you know what it's about? Do you have any questions? And do you have an iPhone? I'm like, shit, of course I do. But I'm glad I didn't. And here's one story you don't hear anymore. The Department of Justice actually had a class action lawsuit against Apple. A huge lawsuit that I'm sure Apple paid money to get that shit buried. But you don't hear about it anymore. But basically, they sued them. They try to be a monopoly, which is exactly what I was talking about. They really like they would do things like, you know how if an Android user sends you a picture and you're an iPhone user, they will purposely make the image low quality to try to make Android look like an inferior product. And they did that strategically. So anytime, that's why people have this feeling towards Android phones. It's all because of what Apple does. And it works, because now everyone thinks that Apple is the superior technology, the best one, and they look at iPhones they look at Android phone users like they're peasants. Like, what are you doing, boy? You still in poverty? And over here, we're our brand new technology that Apple hasn't adapted on our brand new Samsung Galaxy phones. You know, it's crazy. But the thing is it's not about reality. It's just about what you can make people believe. And Apple did that, and now the Department of Justice was like, all right, we're gonna sue you because you have a monopoly over a lot of things. And there's a bunch of little things that Apple does, right? Are their products great? I'm sure they have some amazing products. A lot of people I know use them. I used to sell these things to people. I would always challenge them. I would always challenge Apple when they're buying an iPhone. Like, why are you buying an iPhone? They would never give me a valid reason. It would always be like, my friends have them. I don't know. It would just be some ridiculous shit that I'm very biased. I still sold them motherfuckers though. Shit. I was making money selling those Apple products. And it was good selling Apple products. People pay a lot of money for them, and they pay a lot for everything else. So I made a lot of money off of iPhone users. I'm like, damn, these guys are gonna spend how much? These guys don't care how much they spend. They just come in there ready, like with their card. Like, yeah, just give it to me. Just give it to me. Here's my card. All right. I will say though that my first computer. Well, I had an eMac. Remember those? And I had a PC. Those were my first two computers as a in middle school. What is that when I got them? I forgot. There's a dark story behind how I got these computers, but I'll probably go into that in a different video. And one thing that I did fall in love with on Apple was iMovie. Dude, that shit. The simplicity of that thing, bro. That's when I did the simplicity, when I first started getting used to these programs. That was a good place to kind of learn how video editing software worked. And cause I always wanted to be a movie director. I always wanted to film. I always wanted to be in movies, and I've owned many cameras in the past. I've had those big old cameras with the cassette inside. Anyway, I did love iMovie. Sick Chick-fil-A. Damn, we're gonna start again with Chick-fil-A. This is a repeat of yesterday. All right, downtown LA, we're getting it started. Cops are getting a little warm up, arresting somebody here. What'd they get him for? I'm always curious. Damn, that's a sick Yamaha on the curb. Alright, Chick-fil-A. Where am I gonna park? They're gonna film a movie here. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna have to squeeze in here somewhere. Man, I could get in here, but it's gonna be a tight angle. Check this out. The U.S. Department of Justice sued Apple in March 2024, alleging the company has an illegal monopoly over the smartphone market and suppressed competition through anti-competitive practices. The lawsuit claims Apple restricts third-party apps, degrades cross-platform messaging, limits smartwatches and digital wallets, and hinders cloud streaming services, making it difficult for consumers to switch away from iPhones. The case is ongoing after a judge denied Apple's motion to dismiss in June 2025, and a trial is expected. Bro, that's huge. Like, it's incredible because it's one of the biggest companies in the world. So if they lose, which I think most likely Apple's gonna lose, they're gonna have to change the way they do it, which means these phones are Android and Apple are very capable to communicate with one another without degrading any of the image qualities, or it's just so much limitations, and they should lift that. But when that happens, people are gonna be like, well, there's that ongoing battle, right? What's better, Apple or Android? Once they eliminate this and they force them to change it, I think people's perception on Android will change. Who knows? What do you guys think? I just met someone that watches the channel. That's his e-bike. I'm like, bro, lock it up. So you could get 150 miles with the dual batteries. I'm like, that's crazy. These bikes are getting good if that's true. I'm sure that's an advertised amount. I don't know that they actually get that much though, you know? From my experience, every e-bike that advertised a certain amount, it doesn't get that much. But then again, I am overweight and I do put this big ass box on it, so I'm sure that messes with the range significantly. So guys, like, since I have my YouTube Studio app open, YouTube Studio is where creators can check their channel analytics. And it's crazy because you know, YouTube revenue money, it's cool. It's a roller coaster. You can have a really a good month and make X amount. Then like other months it could be like really good, like some shit could go viral or some videos do very well. I haven't had a month like that in a few months. They've been kind of average. But I want to show you guys what I got. I'm at where I'm at this month, and then where I was at last month. Last month I didn't post much, but I did have a few videos go viral, a couple shorts, you know, which helps. And yeah, so my views right now, it's 707,000 views. I've gotten 305 subscribers. Watch time 14,000 hours, which is crazy. And the estimate revenue is 781 bucks. That's how much that has been. I guess that's the estimate revenue for. I think it's for the last 28 days. Yeah, and then last month, like you could check this one, and it shows you like what my last month's check is gonna be. It's for $1,000 and $1,006. Okay, and it tells you here how much earnings from this month. So far, I've earned 640 for this month, and we still got like 10 days left, right? 11 days. So not bad. I mean, I think the most I've ever made was like in the $2,000-$3,000 range. It averages about this much. When I first started, I would do 200, 300, 400. But, you know, I would always kind of increase a little bit. For a long time, it was like 500 a month. And then a few of my shorts blew up. I got a bunch of subscribers, and then I kind of been doing like 750 to 1,000. And then lately, I've been having like 1,000 or more or less. Just a little insight to YouTube, guys. Just I know, you know, YouTube is like one of those things that people want to do. A lot of people want to do. It's awesome. I think the best thing that you can get out of a channel is, honestly, it's the community that's built because of it. You meet all these awesome people, and you know, I know a lot of people watch my videos and learned because they want to do this too. But I also learn a lot from people too. People be dropping some shit in the comments. I'm like, oh snap, I never thought of that. Maybe sometimes even products or just funny ass shit. Some of you guys are funny as hell. Like the video from yesterday or 2 days ago when the lady gave me $20 tip, a random stranger from the street. Someone was like, the lady saw you and she saw the XMAX and probably thought you couldn't afford a Burgeman 400. So she gave me the 20. That's hilarious. Yeah, community is amazing. YouTube, you know, the way it sets it up, you know, it's not about photos. It's not about like, you know, what you got in like TikTok. I guess those social media platforms, they all kind of attract a certain type of engagement and the way you communicate. YouTube is really cool because it incentivizes value, and people stick around for that, and then you build a community based off of the value you provide. It's just, I think it's one of the best ways to build a community. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about doing YouTube, just a little gem. By the way, I've been having my YouTube channel for a very long time, since 2019. I've been having a channel since 2010, but I started actually dropping videos in 2019. So like 6 years. So it took a very long time. I'm sure now it's with shorts, it's a lot faster to grow your channel. Just take advantage of those shorts. 10:43. I just did another no tip delivery. Had all these instructions. I didn't do all of that. I just left it in the front. And some ladies like, sir, you gotta leave it inside, sir. And I was just like, what? You can't hear shit. Helmet. You know, speak English. Bounced. Alright, it's 10:47. It begins. I got my first offer for 22 bucks plus. Going the hell all the way over here. It's by the 710 freeway. Thank you. Somewhere over here, I don't know. Alright, let's see how much this pays out. 12 items. Sweet. Alright, got this bag. Throw it in there. See how many miles. Directions. 7 miles, 15 minutes. Shit, that's 30 minutes. I'll try to do this faster. So earlier, I went where I did that no tip delivery. It was at the corner, and it looked like a chapel, but it was actually a school. But every time I think the word chapel, automatically that old ass chapel song about marriage comes to my head. Super catchy ass song. I can't get it out of my head. I'm like, why do I have this song in my head right now? It's like going to the chapel and we're gonna get divorced. I think it's marriage actually. But you know, it's music. Who cares about the lyrics? You know, it's catchy as hell. It's super catchy. Like, we don't need to understand what the song is saying. If you feel a song, it's like universal, right? All of us humans get it. Like, and we just sing along. Don't say you didn't. We were all singing Gangnam Style when that shit came out. No one knew what it said, but it was fire. It's still fire. I listen to it sometimes. I'm like, damn, this thing's super energetic. Gets me up and doing the little Gangnam Style dance. Which, by the way, I'm gonna listen to it right now on the way to this delivery. Gangnam Style, baby. Ooh, the Gangnam Style. Bro, this shit has 9 billion plays on YouTube Music. Bro, everybody on the planet heard this song. Yo, what's going on? There's 3 helicopters hovering over here. What? What's going on? Citizens app. Educate me. Police activity. What is it? It's around the hospitals. I'll find out on the way back. Nah, I don't have time. This is crunch time right now. Damn. Alright, I'm trying to see what's going on there. It's definitely at the USC Medical Center. And I'm not getting anything official, but it looks like an officer was injured and he was unconscious, and they took him to the hospital there. So he's not looking too good, and I think that's what it's about. I think that's why the media is there, which would make sense, man. You know, officer down. Officer down. Hopefully this guy is good. But I think that's why they're there. They're trying to get coverage of his the status of his condition. Alright, let me do this delivery and I'll head back to detailing. I don't have time to stop by. I mean, if that's what it is, then I really not gonna get anything. Just a crowd of people. Okay, what are my instructions here? I'll meet you outside. Okay. Alright, I handed that over. It was a $22 tip, $29.75 total. Let's see what's the fastest way to get back. It is 11:04 right now. Alright, let's go. Not bad, 30 bucks. Bro, the only part of Gangnam Style that we understood was this part where he's like, hey, sexy lady, whoa, whoa. That's it. I think that's the only part in the song, right? Does he say anything else in English? I just heard the song too. That shit's still as fire as it was when it came out. First video to hit 1 billion views on YouTube. Isn't that crazy? I get it. Alright, I'm back, and it is 11:11. Not bad. I knocked that out really fast. Yeah, I saved like 10 minutes. Sweet. Oh snap, that set, you know that set that was on 4th Street and Spring? I just learned that it's a Jumanji 3 set with The Rock, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan. That's wild. I could have seen them. They were around the area. That's so cool. I had no idea. Alright, so I got a double for 18. Another one for 12. Yeah, let's do this one. Plus 12. And let me stop. I got 2 for 18 DoorDash and an additional one for 12. That's cool. I wasn't able to snag another catering order, but that's fine. I gotta remind myself that it's going to rain tonight. Or, well, soon. It's gonna start raining late. You can see the clouds already coming overhead. So a lot of these guys are gonna go home on scooters because they ain't got the gear. There's gonna be less people working. That means competition reduces, demand usually increases. So I'll be all right. It's gonna be a long night, but I think it's gonna get good at nighttime. I mean, I'm still making money. This is what, 18 plus 12. That's $30. Shit, that's not bad. Was it 16 or 18? 18 plus 12. Yeah, that's still $30. That's fine. Think about me with his Cookie Monster helmet. It's my boy Tony. He was telling me he gets a lot of interactions with that helmet. A lot of pictures. People trying to take flicks. People filming them. Oh, I should tell him I got that 360 camera. He wants to get one. I got that XMAX that I don't really use. Yeah, I don't really use my 360 anymore. I used to use it all the time. It used to be my main camera because you could just shoot from one side and just use it like a regular GoPro. But I don't use it anymore. He wants to capture like all the interactions that happen. You get a lot of viral content like that. And now that it's Christmas, shit, get a Santa Claus one. Should I do it this year? I remember I used to go to this group ride all the time, and I got a Santa costume, and I tried my best to try to persuade the ride leaders to do it, and they finally did. Like 4 of us did. So we would all go on this group ride on bicycles and wear Santa costumes. It was a lot of fun. Might do that this year. Damn. It's a big order. She's just gonna take 10 to 15 minutes. That'll be it's one of those that will typically have a big payout. But 10-15 minutes, I got these other 2 deliveries. I don't think I can do it. Well, actually, you know what? One of them is panini. Panini takes forever. Sometimes. Let me figure out how I'm gonna do this, because I could lose money here with this. It's only $12, but I feel like it's one of those orders that I will pay more, just because of the size of the order. What I tell you guys, look at this line. Sheesh. Alright, so I might be able to pull it off, because if I have to wait here, it's actually a good thing. I'll be able to wait here, pick it up, and then go over there and pick that one up. Terrible. I canceled 2 orders right now, and I'm only gonna do one. A Shake Shack order that's a very small order is probably gonna be significantly less than the 18. Bad lunch. This is the worst lunch I think I've had since the challenge started. But like I said, I still got the rest of the day, and it's gonna start raining, so I think I'll be alright. Alright, we're going back. We're gonna have to start over. That was a terrible performance. I made a bad judgment call. F Panini Kebab. They're understaffed. There was some pissed customers there too. Some lady had to go back to her job, I guess. She's been waiting the 30 minutes. She like snatched the food and walked away, and the guy was like, hey, that's not yours. She took the wrong order, had to walk back. That was about to film and she snapped. You know, I should have recorded it. That was wild. Uh-oh, spam risk. I'm gonna suspected spam caller. We'll decline that shit, son. I ain't trying to answer that. Wait, look, the LA Auto Show. It's gonna happen. First day is tomorrow. Alright, so I gotta start over. I'm only at $48, man. I really missed out on some money. That UberEats order was a pretty big order. I canceled it because I'm like, wait, I'm not gonna have space in the bag and I'm not gonna have time. And then I canceled it, and then the panini one, the guy's like, oh, the thing's still on the screen, and I already know what that means. That's gonna be 30 to 45 minutes. So I unassigned. The good thing is it was penalty free. And I was still kind of getting paid for that other order. That order was a big ass flight of stairs. I should have done it, but I left it at the bottom. Dude, I gotta stop that. These little ones that it's because DoorDash makes us do these, right? If it was an order by itself, I would have absolutely denied it. But this whole platinum status game is whack. Sometimes, oh, I felt the first droplet. Here comes the rain. Damn, let's see if I can score something else. Oh shit, why am I doing it right here next to Panini? Oh no, pause. Let me get away from here. Damn. Oh, thanks. This guy talk shit, so I wonder what he did. He like went back to something to the window. I mean, never a dull day in downtown LA. There goes the movie set. They're still filming. So every time I pass by here, I'm gonna try to see if I can find The Rock, Kevin Hart. Who else? Jack Black. I've seen Jack Black. I've delivered to him. And who else? Forgot that girl's name. But four big stars are gonna be walking around this area for the next, well, until they finish their set. And they've been here a few days already, so I'm not sure how long it's gonna take, or how long they're gonna be here. But now I know to keep a lookout. All right, I got a double for 16 with Uber Eats. I'm kind of upset of terrible lunchtime. I really am gonna have to make up for it, but yeah, I'm still kind of thinking about it. DoorDash messed me up. Haven't had a burger from here in a while. What's up, man? Got a pickup? Thank you. And I am going to end up in K-Town. Shit. This thing feels like it's gonna rip. Bro, that plane looks like Air Force One. Is it? No, it's not. It has the colors. I'm like, what? Is the president landing in LA? No, that's not it. I thought it was. I think the Air Force One is a bigger plane. And it probably is accompanied by a few other planes. Usually jet fighters, which is pretty dope. I've seen road closures when the president, I think it was during Biden. It was Trump too. They'll close, like, they'll do some major shutdowns. And the crazy thing is that they don't just shut down like one route. They create alternative routes and they block them off. Like, they fence it up and everything. It's really intense how they do it. They could block off this entire street, but then, you know, the what is that car called the president travels in? But they could go another route. So it's just to keep it, get people guessing. But yeah, it'll be kind of cool to see Air Force One. All right, I got another add-on for like $9. Total was like 8 5 and 9. How much is that? $15. It's like 20 bucks. No, wait, 9, 8, that's 17 plus 5, that's 22. 23, 22. Look at that shirt.
Start sneak peek. You can do a photo. Send a message.
All right.
And this one too. I got 3 different ones. You got this one?
I got it.
You get this one. Send it to everybody.
All right.
And then separate your bitch out families. Oh, photo.
Yeah, I'll take a picture.
Oh, send it to, you got it bien?
I'm gonna post it, yeah.
Every day, put it up, Rasa, and say.
All right.
Every day because, hey, Rasa, every day put it up, remind everybody.
Yep. I wonder if he made the shirts. You guys read it? Well, if you guys are just listening to it, go back and then watch it. Watch what the shirt says. Thanks, man. He's been waiting for an order or what?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Dude, skeletons now. Alright. Alright, you too, bro.
Put it up every day. You got both of them?
Yeah, I got both. I got it on video too.
Yeah, look, un llamado, bitch ass, start separate your bitch ass family, putas. And there's all raza, vio la raza, mi gente esposa, bro. La grieta, bro.
Alright, for sure.
You know this is?
Che Guevara.
Oh, no. Mi familia peleó con él en Cuba y después que peleó él a los años, mi familia peleó la grieta, bro. Esto es la grieta, bro.
The gorilla, okay.
Yeah, that's
No.
Because sin la mano de obra, we practice, so aquí se respeta la raza. Mi respeto, que te
Yep,
que te
true.
gracias, raza.
Alright, man. It's Cuban. Has a face mask of Che Guevara. Dude's a legend. I like looking into all that because for a lot of my early years I was ignorant about all the stuff that goes on around the world. Now, my older age, I'm curious. Absolutely curious about how the world works and operates and why things are the way they are. So I was looking up a little bit of Cuba. Right now Venezuela is a hot topic, so I've been watching videos and reading up on that. But right now what the reason it's intensified with Trump is, you know, the whole ICE thing at his direction. There's been ICE raids, not just here, but all over. The thing about, like, Los Angeles, first of all, it's a sanctuary city, right? Meaning that if you go to jail, they won't look at your status, your immigration status. They'll just treat you like a criminal, like, all right, well, do this, whatever. That's what that is. That's what sanctuary cities are. I just learned that too, actually. That sanctuaries, it just basically means that when you get locked up or you get in trouble, they're not going to look at your immigration status. But the thing about LA is that, dude, there's so many immigrants here, right? Legal and illegal. And like a big portion of the population, like it's crazy. I forgot. I mean, I forgot what the percentage was, but it's like 1/3, or, you know, like it's crazy. It's like basically like one in. Oh, I forgot. Let me look it up. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna head back to DTLA. Where am I at financially today? Only 86 bucks. It's 140. That's crazy. That's not good. We meet again, Panini Kebab. Oh, but this puts me at 100. Sweet. You guys done with the lunch rush, huh?
Yeah.
It was crazy, bro. I had to leave. I couldn't even get the order.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Just that?
Shit. It's ready? Alright. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. What's that? And then coffee across the street. Alright, got myself 8 drinks. They're nice and snugged in their cup holders, so I'm not gonna put them in mine. It should be fine like that. Just gotta watch the road. Make sure I don't hit any bumps. Actually, they're not that good because the lids are really close. If I hit a bump, it's gonna jump, and with its weight, the lid will pop off. But it's gonna drive slow. I have to anyway because of the rain. Did these drinks survive? Yep. They still look good too. And yep. Nice. Check out how the water sprays up as the truck drives over them. Oh, it looks so dope. Ooh, let me get out of here. So it was really slow for me. I just had Uber on, so I decided to turn on DoorDash, and I get a $5 order right away. And as soon as that happens, I get a $60 double and then a $12 add-on on Uber. So I canceled that DoorDash one, dropping my completion rate to 98. So try to keep that at 100, but damn, I'm like, I'm not gonna drop these for that $5 one. So it kind of just reaffirms my strategy. Just leave DoorDash off when it's raining. I have to just be patient. They're not as consistent right now because it's 3 o'clock. But they did eventually end up coming in. So DoorDash, sorry, I ain't gonna use that app right now. Alright guys, I'm not gonna lie, I took a nice break here, probably like 45 minutes at this Thai food spot. I got some Tom Yum, it's a seafood coconut soup. Right now that it's cold, shit, thing was fire. Just chilled. I even put my thermal back on. I put my thermal on. I took it under my seat. My gloves are soaked though. My hands are kind of cold, but I'm sure they'll warm up. But yeah, it is 6 o'clock. I am not even at 200 doll hairs yet. I'm at 175. I didn't record earlier because my mic died. The wireless mic, I just swapped it out. So if I recorded it, you guys were not going to be able to hear me. Because it was recording on the camera mic, and that thing's probably wet. And it's on the outside of my helmet. So I don't think, I never heard it because I've had the other helmet. And the camera's above me, so you can hear my voice unless it's windy, like when I'm riding. But either way, I'm back on. I got Uber on. I don't want to mess with DoorDash. Today for sure I'm gonna fall short. Man, it's interesting how, you know, with these days, these challenges, like if I make a mistake, like there's a few things that I could do that will cripple my chances of hitting my goal. One is just coming out here really late. Ideal time is 9 o'clock. 9 in the morning. 9 till 9. So I could do 12 hours. But you know, I've been coming out late. I get comfortable. Today, what time did I come out? I came out, I forgot. At 10, I think? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But being late is one. Leaving early is obviously another. Taking a break, a long break, that's another one. And today what happened was I made a mistake. I made some bad judgment calls with the deliveries. during lunch, and that set me back because I lost time and I lost deliveries that I was supposed to get. I kind of feel like I should have waited for that panini order, but it was gonna be a really long time. Unpredictable. I've waited there a long time and then I still ended up on the signing, so I didn't want to repeat that. But I'm still out here. I'll do another 3 hours. See if I can squeeze in at least $100 with one app. Cause DoorDash, the reason I want to do it, I already told you guys, I'm at 70%. I got no wiggle room. Alright, I just finished my last delivery. It is 7 o'clock. I am ending early. I'm waving the white flag. Today I was defeated. I started off with a bad lunch, made some bad moves, kind of killed my momentum. I couldn't recover from that. And at this point I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna take the L. But $200, I'll take it. There's an entrance to the freeway right here, so I'm just gonna jump on and go home. Well, first I'm gonna pick up some food though. But that's it for, what is this, day 20 of No Rest November. Tomorrow there's 10 days left. 2/3 down. Financially, I'm doing alright. I should be at like 6,400, I think. Something like that, I don't know. Oh, I'm about to go on this freeway. Look at this little exit right here. Bunch of people crashed right here. Look, that's someone's headlight. Someone's piece of bumper. God damn, this house must see a lot of accidents. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay vigilant. Peace. Bro, it is crazy out here. I just ran over this big old water puddle on the left side. I for sure thought I was gonna go down. Let me get the hell off this freeway. It's coming down hard. Alright, cool. I'll be safer in the streets. Yo, I'm like running over all this water. Oh shit, yep, it's deep. It looks cool though. Look at this. It looks super dope. Oh, I'm kicking up so much water. Yeah, I think I'm making a good call by calling it a night early today. It's a little too wild. It's not worth $100.